everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They come out with one back and three tight ends. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Yeah, on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And speaking of Devontae Freeman, Charles, curious how the Patriots are going to handle he and Tevin Coleman. They've been such a good 1-2 punch this year. We know the Patriots have a good D. How do you see that battle going down?
I sense that Atlanta's going to try and get the Patriots linebackers on the move because they are thumping type guys on that side of the ball. And if you're Atlanta and you use Coleman and Freeman, get them out into space, make those guys chase a little bit and try and cover them, that'll be an interesting matchup. But what I like about Devontae Freeman, the passion that he plays with, and that sets a tone for his offense. He'll just have to make sure that he's not overamped for the game and force some errors.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Ryan now off the bootleg. And finding the tight end, Hooper. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, it's no secret the defenses have pretty much not been able to cover Julio Jones this season. How do the Patriots do it? I know that that's the $64,000 question. What's the answer?
I think they do it in a variety of ways. I think it's going to be a combination plate that they'll throw at him. Sometimes you'll see Malcolm Butler, the #1 corner, go ahead and line up with Julio Jones. There'll be times where he won't, and they'll end up double-teaming Julio. But whoever's on that side will show him different things. They'll come up and press him. They'll back away. They'll pretend to press. They'll run with him. They'll wait at 5 yards and catch him and then try and jam him there. So many different things. Anything trying to chip away at his timing.
Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Two seconds to go, first quarter. Brady now on first down. And right side caught, Hogan. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. But this will fort alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, we know Brady relies so much on Julian Edelman, about 10 targets per game this year. But Chris Hogan obviously came to life against the Steelers. Well, he did before that, but he can have an impact, too, in this Super Bowl.
He certainly can, and that's the beauty of Tom Brady playing quarterback. If you find your way open, he will find you. So I think Chris Hogan could have an impact on the game. Martellus Bennett at tight end could have an impact. Danny Amendola from the slot position could have an impact. And, of course, throwing to the backs, James White and Deion Lewis. So, Tom Brady, if you're open, he will definitely find you.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. When you look at X factors in the Super Bowl, LeGarrette Blount, he could be one. Now, the question, how will they use him? Divisional round, not many carries, and then he did get a lot of carries leading into the Super Bowl, so we'll see how they handle it.
Atlanta's defense is built on speed. Look at the linebacker position. They are run, chase, hit guys. The secondary, speedy, can cover. The test for them is, can they handle a heavy running game? That's why I think LeGarrette Blount is a bigger factor in the Super Bowl than he was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to want to control the game with their running game, and Blount will be a key factor, much more so than Deion Lewis and James White catching passes out of the backfield.
To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Brady now on first down. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Brady gives now to Blount. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's the battering Ram Blunt. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 12 yards is the pickup there, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 20! A big run there by Freeman. 44 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. Now it's Ryan. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On second down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration, the focus necessary, and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This could very well be four-down territory, but right now we focus on third and goal from the one. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on fourth down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play. Well, if you like to see guys play the game hard, if you like to see the guys be aggressive, if you like to see the guys maximize their ability, you're talking about Julian Edelman, aren't you? Yeah. What a game he had in the AFC Championship against Pittsburgh.
118 yards and a touchdown, and now he'll look to do what he did in Super Bowl 49, where he was over 100 with a score as well.
And he's just one of those guys that if he's on the field, you have to respect his talent, but you especially respect his passion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
before the Falcons take over on offense, a stat that is definitely worth mentioning. They have scored this year 540 points, tied for 8th all-time in league history. But my question to you, if you had to pick one key for this offense to be successful against New England, what do you think that would be?
Offensive line. And I know that's not a very sexy thing to talk about, but the rebuild of the Falcons' offensive line over the last 2 to 3 seasons has put them in a position to where they are in a Super Bowl, because that offensive line allows all the...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction. Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here's Ryan to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. The big fella picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Second and goal to go now. Again, here's Blunt. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. LeGarrette Blunt as time expires in the first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back?
You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack. us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see him.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably at least. Somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Here comes the Falcons. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Ryan's Falcons. So with that, we'll send you out to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action, and that's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. In motion is Austin Hooper. Now Ryan on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Gabriel, the man in motion. Now Ryan on set. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. James has got it. Complete. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. On first down, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
In motion is Austin Hooper. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now it's 2nd and 7. On second down, Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out in the pistol. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Again, it's Bell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season, and heading into the playoffs, Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Sammy Coates has it complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Falcons a 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Sammy Coates, the intended target there, and it's 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Stays on his feet, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ladarius Green from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ryan, the left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And, Charles, I know Ryan Shazier, who made that tackle, a youngster you like a lot.
I love him, and I liked him a bunch coming out of Ohio State because the more this game leans towards speed and less on bulk, that's where Ryan Shazier excels because of his ability to run down plays. If anything goes away from him, he'll chase it. A lot of the time, he can run with tight ends, running backs downfield, and pass coverage. That only helps his outside linebackers like James Harrison and Bud Dupree get to the quarterback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And now they're in the hurry-up.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their backup,
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. And here now come the Falcons. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive. Go.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. To throw for it is Ryan. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle. It's caught by Rodgers. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go. 1st and 10 now.
Hurry up, let's go! Start! Hurry up, let's go!
And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 79 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Brandon, one thing we run into in sports all the time is people discussing whether teams achieved all that they can achieve. And for the Atlanta Falcons in recent years, I think a lot of people thought they were underachievers. They erased that with this year's playoff run to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last year had the hot start to the season, petered out, and just when they've been able to get to the playoffs, haven't been able to get over that proverbial hump. I think they're over that hump.
Yeah, I think in this recent run, and this is what I'm talking about maybe since about 2005 or so, they did have one NFC Championship game appearance against San Francisco, but many thought they should have won that one. Now they're on to the Super Bowl in 2017.
Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, something that was lost in the shuffle, to switch gears for a second, in the Super Bowl talk, is the Pro Bowl. Wasn't in Hawaii and Orlando this past weekend, and I know you enjoyed watching the skills challenges.
I certainly did, and the City Beautiful had a great time. Think about those skill challenges now. OBJ wins the drone drop from 125 feet. He catches it and wins that one. Phil Rivers warms up for the quarterback competition in cowboy boots. Ends up winning that in regular gear. And then finally, the dodgeball. AFC, NFC. NFC had 5 or 6 guys at the end. AFC had 1 guy, T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah.
Now, he's used to running pass patterns against a lot of guys and beating them, but in this case, they finally got him. Zeke Elliott took him out in the end.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Muscles him off. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Slot man moves right. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, it's Bell. A beautiful fake. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. With that incompletion, have a second here. Let's talk Super Bowl. Falcons, Patriots. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Charles Davis Automotive.
Best customer service anywhere in the world, partner, let me tell you. All right, for New England, they want to be more physical running the football, I believe, with LeGarrette Blount. That way, they control the clock, keep the ball away from Matt Ryan. If you're Atlanta, they want to catch a flyer out of the gate, which means get out to a fast start, make New England chase them, and make sure they get a chance to use those great athletes on offense.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back now in Atlanta. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The Steelers will go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. 3rd down here.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd and goal from the 7. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A screen to Bell. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Their big tight end. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Now, after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll try and run it in with Bell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go. 1-9.
Here's a direct snap to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for two. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. And the Steelers set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and
this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences. And you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here we go on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of... And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Ryan. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. And even 50 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Here's Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Terrell McClain in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Charles, Sanu is a great weapon, often in the shadow of Julio Jones. And with so much attention going to be paid to Julio by the Patriots, the Falcons, they have other weapons just like Sanu, don't they?
And I think that they're actually eager to show them off. You know, they set an NFL record for the most people to catch a touchdown pass in a season. All-time NFL record, I believe the number's 13. But also look at it this way. Mohamed Sanu, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman out of the backfield, Austin Hooper at tight end, Taylor Gabriel, Aldrick Robinson at receiver. So many other weapons. There have been games during the season when Julio Jones' production has been held down. The Falcons have managed to win a whole lot of those games anyway.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Now it's Ryan. And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. And you think of all the years, speaking of Witten, that he's been around, but that touchdown catch he had against the Packers in the playoffs this year, that was his first postseason career TD.
Come on. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Where did you get that stat?
Now, that's not as much his fault as their lack of postseason appearances, but it was his first.
That's for real? That's legit?
That is legit.
Hard to believe.
Still, and this is a guy that hasn't missed a game since his rookie season in 2003.
And I don't think he's going to miss a game in 2017 either. I think he's energized and wants to come back and chase the ring.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 64 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 79 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now Ryan on second down. The left side completion to Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On second down, Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ryan, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Levine Toilolo, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is right through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now for Elliott, Charles, against Green Bay, 125 yards on the ground. Became the first Cowboy rookie to rush for over 100 in a playoff game since Dwayne Thomas way back in 1970.
Another significant record added to what Ezekiel Elliott did in 2016. And just look at it this way. Everyone who watches NFL football pays lip service to the idea that the running game is important. I think Ezekiel Elliott really brought it back into focus in this season.
And he finished just 178 yards shy of Eric Dickerson's rookie record. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Flex round! Let's go!
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves. And Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On second down, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Red zone opportunity. They come out here in the eye. Throwing again, Ryan. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They tried the fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the ball and complete the play.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it.
They've got his man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Final play of the half. Prescott nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
second down. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Ryan, the left side completion to Jones. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. And that incompletion gives us a moment here and an interesting tidbit as we look to the Super Bowl coming up. Dan Quinn, last time he faced the Patriots, he was a defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. Lost that game in the Super Bowl. Chance to get revenge.
Chance to get revenge, but even more so, he's a guy leading his team that everyone's going to say a rookie coach in the Super Bowl. First time there, but to your point, D-coordinator of Seattle for that game. Defense coordinator of Seattle when they beat Denver in the Super Bowl. So he has Super Bowl experience.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that leads to a Dallas first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw is Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on first down. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Elliott. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back now in Arlington, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Here we go.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Prescott to throw this time, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
A couple extra defensive backs are in there. Big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
Let's go.
Running with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, it's Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again, Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game.
Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that rushing touchdown as Ford puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off.